Elsewhere, someone is spending their family vacation stuck in a cab listening to gridlock traffic. Not in North Carolina. For richer experiences, get real experiences. For real, visit NC.
Hey Mama, have you been looking for guided meditations that can really speak to this journey of motherhood? Then check out the Meditation for Moms podcast. Free guided meditations that are here to help support you throughout the entire journey of motherhood. Motherhood is no joke. It's full of incredible highs, heartbreaking lows, and everything in between. Meditation for Moms gives you guided meditations that will speak to your soul no matter what season of motherhood you're in. Listen for free today. Follow Meditation for Moms on your favorite podcast player.
This is Optimal Relationships Daily, episode 1781. The Impact of Adult Bullying on Children's Developing Brains, by Dr. Jennifer Fraser with LiveHappy.com. Hello, everybody. I am your host and narrator, Greg Audino, wishing you a happy Thursday as we dip into our parenting leg of the week here on ORD, reading parenting articles specifically on Thursdays and Fridays. So without further ado, let's jump right into this one from Dr. Jennifer Fraser as we optimize your life. The Impact of Adult Bullying on Children's Developing Brains, by Dr. Jennifer Fraser with LiveHappy.com. We prefer to talk about child-to-child bullying. Even though it's a horrendous and serious crisis, it's still a comfortable topic. However, we become quickly uncomfortable when anyone raises the issue of adult bullying. Advances in brain science have provided us with new understanding that can give us the courage to talk about adults who bully children. Not long ago, we did not believe a concussion was a problem. In fact, we saw it as a badge of honor for an athlete to go back into competition and show his team and coach what he was made of. We now know that concussions are actually serious brain injuries and must be recovered and repaired before an athlete returns to play. Likewise, we know now that all forms of bullying and abuse can do serious harm to the brain. This includes neglecting, ignoring, refusing feedback, walking out on someone, ghosting, excluding, shaming, blaming, using put-downs, humiliating, berating, threatening, yelling, swearing, assaulting, and all forms of cyber and physical abuse. Extensive replicated consensus-building research documents on brain scans how these kinds of bullying behaviors harm the brain. We cannot see the injuries with the naked eye, just like we cannot see the blackening of lungs when individuals smoke. We need a brain scan to make visible the harm to the brain, and we need an X-ray to make visible the harm to the lungs. Now that non-invasive technology has revealed to us just how deadly all bullying behaviors are to our brains, we need to change how we conduct ourselves. Adults, especially those in positions of trust and power over children, such as parents, teachers, and coaches, need to lead the charge. Children's brains are developing and vulnerable. They are extremely sensitive due to their developmental stages, especially from 0 to 5 and from 13 to 25 years. A teen or 20-something may look like an adult, but their brains are not yet mature, and they have a heightened sensitivity to their environment and their peer relationships. In a positive, psychologically and physically safe, caring environment, adolescent brains will flourish. In a toxic, psychologically or physically dangerous, bullying environment, their brains will struggle and may suffer damage. It can be difficult for adults to recognize that they are bullying children and youth. It's challenging because we've been raised in a society that normalizes adult bullying while telling children not to do it. When adults bully, we do rarely hold them accountable. In fact, we're more likely to change our terms when adults bully. We say what they are doing is motivating, giving tough love, rejecting political correctness, being passionate, refusing to be a wuss, toughening kids up for a tough world, breaking down the victim to build them back up better, and so on. As a society, on a deep level, we still believe the myth that bullying and abuse are a necessary evil to attain greatness, power, and prestige. Perhaps this is why political leaders in society do not feel compelled to cover up blatant bullying behaviors in public or documented on social media. The myth that bullying is necessary to attain greatness is a myth in the sense that there is no research to back it up. None. In contrast, There is extensive research spanning decades that provides evidence for the long-lasting, serious harm to the brain by all forms of bullying and abuse. A quick way for adults to identify if they are bullying children is to compare how they treat kids to how they treat adults in positions of power over them. Do the parents speak and act the same way with their bosses as they do with their children? Does the coach act and speak to the athletic director the same way he does to his child athletes? Does the teacher act and speak the same way to the principal as she does to her students? If not, why not? Do children not deserve the same kind of respect and care? Surely they deserve more because they're sensitive and vulnerable and in a massive power imbalance with the adults in their lives. Science has informed us that all forms of bullying and abuse harm brains. Now it's up to us to take this empowering, inspiring knowledge and change our conduct. We can work together to role model empathy, thoughtfulness, and compassion so that our child populations learn a new way of being in the world, a far healthier, happier, and more high-performing way, grounded in brain science and advanced through the adults concerned by the normalized bullying in society. You just listened to the post titled, "The Impact of Adult Bullying on Children's Developing Brains" by Dr. Jennifer Fraser with LiveHappy.com.
Fishermen pulled the body out of the lake.
Do they know who it is?
Freeform's Cruel Summer is back with a new season and a new mystery.
People are going to start asking questions.
We have to get our story straight.
From executive producer Jessica Biel,
The girls are hiding something.
Nothing stays secret in this town for long.
there are two sides
How far do I need to go to prove my loyalty to you? This whole thing was your idea!
to every secret.
I need to know what happened.
And what if you don't like what you hear?
Freeform's Cruel Summer. New episodes Tuesdays. Stream on Hulu.
Priceline presents Go to Your Happy Price. What's up? It's Kaylee Cuoco. When it comes to travel, we all have a happy place. You can see yourself already there. It's beautiful. It might be sunny and sandy for some, neon and urban for others, deserts or rainforests or hiking trails. With Priceline, you can get to your happy place for a happy price with deals you really can't find anywhere else. Like up to 60% off select hotels to Costa Rica or 5-star hotels for 2-star prices in Cabo. Go to Priceline.com and travel to your happy place for a happy price. All right, see ya. I'm off to Miami. No, actually, wow, look at that. No, I'm going to Hawaii now. Ooh, Cancun looks nice. You know what? Belize looks pretty nice this time of year. Or, Palm Springs.
Go to your happy place for a happy price. Go to your happy price, Priceline.
And thanks a lot to Dr. Jennifer for this article today, one that might have taken some of us by surprise. Or at the very least, it might make us feel as though it doesn't pertain to us. Well, like she said, sometimes it's really hard to tell if we're being insensitive towards a child, particularly because those lines between bullying and teaching grit and resilience get so blurry. The well-intentioned parent, which I trust all of you are, can of course get these things confused. Well, I would encourage all parents to be investigative about the parenting methodology they use on their kids. That was also used on them, to their dismay, by their own parents. You know, oftentimes we mock the parenting styles we receive from our parents, for better or worse. It might either feel familiar, we might convince ourselves it was best in the long run, or it might be something we feel we owe to our parents. But we can often look to our childhood selves for answers as to just how effective these techniques really are. It gets very easy for our parents' tendencies to sneak up on us when we're parenting or being in a relationship with someone else. And when we are on autopilot like this, we can easily lose sight of how we're actually feeling about the parenting style at hand, let alone how the other person, our children or our partners, are feeling. So consider that, parents. It's time for me to get out of your hair for today. But as always, I thank you for coming and listening until the end. And be sure to do the same tomorrow, as we're going to have another parenting post for you. This time from Aha Parenting. That's where your optimal life awaits.